Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel, where I'm always breaking down the hot sports topics of the day. So be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube to get all of my videos delivered directly to your inbox. The Broncos and the Ravens hooked up in a classic AFC divisional round matchup yesterday, with the Ravens winning in double overtime, 38-35 on a Justin Tucker field goal. You'll see two main storylines come out of this game. First will be Ray Lewis's career extending for at least one more week. And another story that I want to address today, or storyline that I want to address today, is the fact that people saying Peyton Manning's playoff legacy or legacy as a whole will be affected by this loss and some of his other perceived playoff failures as well. I'm not one who is going to define Peyton Manning by this loss. Yes, was his interception to Corey Graham a huge deciding factor in the outcome of the game? Absolutely. All right, but when you take a look at the Denver Broncos season as a whole, when you take a look at Peyton Manning's journey to get to this point as a whole, I don't personally see how you can call this a legacy-defining playoff loss. All right, let's take Manning first off before we get to this game. Manning, first of all, has a great season. He's a guy who's already won 4 MVPs in his career. Okay, this season he comes back from multiple neck surgeries, okay, to lead the Broncos to the #1 seed in the AFC in his first year with the team, learning a new offense, learning new personnel, learning a new coaching staff for the first time in his career. And again, you can't underscore coming back from those surgeries. There was many pundits and experts that had him, his career ending after these neck surgeries. So this year, to call his season anything but a success, I don't think is right. I mean, he could win a 5th MVP even. The MVP voting hasn't concluded yet. I think it's a two-man race for MVP. It's widely thought between him and Adrian Peterson. Whoever doesn't win the MVP will likely win Comeback Player of the Year. And you can't really argue either way. They go with MVP, in my opinion. But again, to call this season a failure for Peyton Manning, I don't necessarily agree with. Based on everything I said, what he's been through, what he's come back from. In this game in particular against the Ravens, yes, again, the interception to Corey Graham, huge, no denying that. As a whole, he passed for 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, had a quarterback rating of 88.3, which is not horrible, not great, sort of in the middle there. And obviously a bigger play in the game. Let's not forget this. I mean, the Broncos had this game probably wrapped up, if not for a blown coverage by the safety. So I think to say Peyton Manning's legacy takes a hit because of a pass he made that he probably shouldn't even had to make, I don't think is fair. Give Raheem more credit, the safety that blew the coverage on there on Jacoby Jones. He took full responsibility after the game for what happened, and I actually give the guy credit for that. Oftentimes you hear guys make excuses. He took a bad angle, got caught up in a bad angle, and we saw the end result with the Joe Flacco touchdown pass to Jacoby Jones, which was obviously the deciding factor in getting the game into overtime, and then overtime played out how it did. I think another thing was the overall conservative play calling of the Broncos in the overtimes. I thought that was a pretty big issue as well. But getting back to Manning, again, 4 MVPs, possibly a 5th one this year, depending on how the voting goes. All the stuff he went through last year with the neck surgeries, leaving Indianapolis, assimilating to his new environment in Denver very quickly. I look at this as sort of the beginning for Denver, because obviously Peyton Manning's health is fine. A lot of people making a big deal about how there wasn't a lot of mustard, if you will, on that last throw. Well, you know what? He's had the same arm the whole year. I didn't hear any complaints the last 16 weeks. But we'll nitpick this one play, okay, and make it sound like it's the end of the world. But, I understand the media has a job to do, and they have certain things they have to focus on and certain things they have to talk about. They're going to see a lot of comparisons to this play, to the Brett Favre play, when it was perceived he had lost, he had lost his fastball all of a sudden in that game against the Saints as well. So, we'll see. We'll hear all the pundits come out. I personally think that this does not hurt Peyton Manning's legacy as a player. I personally think he's the best regular season quarterback in NFL history. I think if you look at the numbers, you look at the production, you look at the awards, I don't think there's any denying that. I think where he takes a little bit of a hit overall, okay, is in the playoffs. But to me, that doesn't hurt his legacy overall as an amazing NFL player. If anything, I think it puts Tom Brady overall maybe a little bit of a notch above Peyton Manning in terms of history. But as far as this generation, definitely the best regular season quarterback ever. And this game in no way impacts my thought of the legacy of Peyton Manning, again, for the reasons I discussed. So let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well, at SNewsAnalysis. And again, subscribe to my page, and you get all my videos delivered directly to your inbox. Thanks, guys, and have a good day, and enjoy the second day of the divisional round.